Niagara was the name chosen for this county when it was first organized in 1841. After boundaries were slightly changed in December 1844, officials renamed the county Dallas because Niagara was hard to spell, write, and pronounce. First courts met in a log schoolhouse, according to early settlers. A man by the name of Levi Beckner built the first courthouse during 1846 and 47. It was a small, two-story building with a courtroom on the first floor and county offices on the second. The site was on the present square, until Confederate troops burned the building down October 18, 1863. The court accepted and completed building the new courthouse in 1870 for a total of $17,500. It was a 44 by 60-foot, two-story brick building. The building was renovated in 1937 and used until it was destroyed by a fire on March 2, 1955. In September 1955, voters approved a new courthouse bond for $250,000. It was a one-story building that had a partial basement. In the center of that area was a circuit courtroom. Completed in February 1958, the dedication ceremony for the Dallas County Presents Courthouse took place on March 5, 1958. There are two basic types of law at our court system. Criminal law, which is usually involving something with state versus person. It's usually involving a crime. And in order to convict somebody, we need a proof beyond a reasonable doubt. And the normal penalties on that is fine, jail, or prison, or even death. Now, looking at the civil law versus criminal law, civil law is going to be more of a person versus person instead of a state versus person. The actions are torts, not crimes, and you will need a preponderance of the evidence, meaning basically a greater weight of the evidence. And usually what they do is get money instead of penalties.
Hi, my name is Vic Barber. I've been a deputy with the Dallas County Sheriff's Office for about 15 years. In that amount of time, I've been a canine officer, I've been a clandestine lab technician. Now, I'm working as a bailiff in the courthouse. Job of the bailiff in the courthouse is to transport prisoners to and from the jail to see the judge, keep order and peace and quiet in the courtroom, and make sure everything goes smoothly. This here is called the bench. The judge sits behind it. And everyone that approaches a bench needs to ask the judge permission to approach. Over here is where the court clerks sit. The court clerks keep track of everything that goes on, and they set the docket so the judge and the bailiffs know who is coming up to see the judge. Now, over here is where the prosecuting attorney and his assistants sit. The prosecutor's job is to prosecute cases as they come before the judge. The prosecutor does present the cases to the judge. And over here is the defense table. This is where the accused and his or her attorney sits. The attorney for the defense has a job of defending his client's rights according to the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Missouri, and the laws of the state of Missouri. The prosecutor presents his or her case. The defense attorney tries to argue in favor of his or her client. Out here is the gallery. This is where the public sits. Most trials are open to the public by the Constitution of the state of Missouri, and anyone can come in and hear the proceedings of a trial. The first row is reserved for attorneys and court staff. When the defendant is setting out here, the judge will call the defendant's name and he or her will approach the bar, which is this right here. The bar separates the public from the court. Once you step over the bar, now you are in the court proper. Over here is a jury box. There are 13 seats in the jury box. The reason there are 13 is because they always have at least one alternate juror. Anything could happen and one juror could be disqualified for numerous reasons. So they have an alternate that can sit in and have a full panel of 12 jurors to hear a case. Now, the jurors can see the defense attorney, the prosecuting attorney, the judge, and the witnesses from this vantage point. These are the holding cells. This is where we hold the inmates before they get to see the judge. We can hold 6 inmates to a cell. And on back here, is where the inmates sit. There's concrete benches they can sit. Like I said, we can house about 6 inmates in each cell.
Hi, I'm Judge Lisa Henderson, and we are here in one of the 3 courtrooms in the Dallas County Courthouse. This is where I work every day, Monday through Friday. To be a judge, you have to be a licensed attorney in the state of Missouri, and you also have to be elected by a popular vote of the citizens of the county in which you work. So every 4 years, I have to run for this position to maintain that position. What I do is a little bit of everything, quite honestly, but the majority of my work involves resolving disagreements between people who come before me in court. There are generally 2 different categories of disagreements, the first being civil disagreements, and in those cases what I do is I decide disputes between 2 people out of the public who might have a disagreement maybe about whether one or the other owes money to the other person, or perhaps deciding who is entitled to possession of property. Some of you might know friends whose parents have gone to court, maybe unfortunately to get a divorce, and many times those are the types of cases that I help them resolve or decide. The second category of case that I decide are criminal cases. And you may have seen some information about our local prosecutor. That prosecutor decides when and whether to file charges against individuals who he claims have done something against the law here in the county. Those individuals are then brought before the court. They're entitled to counsel. They have a defense attorney represent them. And ultimately, those cases go to trial. And in those instances, I'm often the one who decides whether that defendant is guilty of the charge that the prosecutor has filed against him or her. So those are the things that I do. I hope this is of interest to you all. And if you have any questions for me, always feel free to come to the courthouse. The courtrooms are always open. You can come here any Monday through Friday, and if we're holding court, you're entitled to be there and to see how the process works, and we'd love to have you. Thank you.
I'm Jonathan Barker. I'm the county prosecutor here in Dallas County. I work with the police officers after they complete their investigation. I appear in court with the people who are getting charged with a crime to see whether they should get their case disposed of by paying a fine or going to jail or going to prison or whatever is appropriate for that case. I represent all the people of the county, and I meet with victims every day, and I work with police officers every day to try to serve the county by taking care of crime.
Hi, I'm the Circuit Clerk, Susan Faulkner. I've been the Circuit Clerk here since January the 1st, and at the Circuit Clerk's office, office, we maintain the court records. So anytime a court case is filed here in Dallas County, it's filed with my office. So if you have to pay a speeding ticket, or if you need some help with a civil lawsuit or something like that, you're going to come here to the circuit clerk's office. And we have a staff of deputy clerks here in the office to assist you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Powell. I'm a deputy juvenile officer here in Dallas County in Buffalo, Missouri. And my job is primarily working with kids that have gotten into trouble and they're under the age of 17. And we work through problems and try to find solutions to make kids make better decisions. I also work with Children's Division on protecting children that's been abused or neglected.
Hi, I'm Stacy Satterfield. I'm your Dallas County Recorder. If you want to get married, you come here to apply for your marriage license. You buy property, we record your documents, we record your mortgages here, your passports, we apply for them. And we do surveys and plats of land property. That's pretty much it. Hope you have a good day.
All right, guys, I'm here in the Dallas County Sheriff's Office training room. Here, we do a lot of our trainings for the year. See, each year, law enforcement officers are required to have 24 hours of training in areas such as legal studies, technical studies, interpersonal perspectives, firearms training, racial profiling, and of course, electives. So each year, we come in here and we train each other, or we learn from other people from different agencies, or we can do online training to help complete those hours. So this is kind of what the training room looks like.